Wolves have had a woeful season. Wolves have had an awful season. But all the same, this man here, Robert Watts, tried to salvage what was left of a sinking ship when he took over Wolverhampton Wanderers. He tried his best he could. Coming off his job inside Middlesbrough, he was the coach in Middlesbrough in the Championship. And finally, Wolverhampton Wanderers are heading back to the Championship where Middlesbrough also play. But now let's check out some of the numbers behind, this abysmal performance. So 8 seasons of wonder, 8 seasons of dreaming, 8 seasons of absolute bliss from the Molineux is going down the relegation pipe. A couple of, decisions have led to this particular thing happening, especially on the financial front, on the administrative front, and certainly on the tactical front as well. But the numbers tell us a different story. Let's look at the signings of Wolverhampton Wanderers in the year 2025, because this has been, it's been a build-up. It's been a rolling stone, and it's been gathering a lot of losses, a lot of goals. It's also been gathering a lot of money whilst losing more money. So it's not adding up for the team. Remember, the Wolves is owned by a Chinese firm, and they have hands-on activity with this club and everyday running of it at their Compton training facility. Let's look at what they have been doing in the year 2025 with respect to player signings. We'll look at the immediate cause, because for every issue that happens in life, there is an immediate cause and then there is a remote cause. So to solve an issue, you can't solve Wolves relegation issues without looking at the immediate cause. Yes, there is an immediate cause. What are some of the immediate causes? They spent £150 million sterling in signings and still are going down. So those are some of the immediate causes. So they need to solve that particular one. Look at the kind of players they were signing. So they brought in Agbadu from Reims. Yes, and they also brought in Diga from Red Star Belgrade. They brought in Munesti from Reims as well, and they brought in Fer Lopez. If you actually watch a lot of Wolverhampton Wanderers, most of these names will sound quite abstract, except two. That is Arokodare and then Kesic. They are the ones who normally start in that game. So Arokodare normally plays up front as the number 9, and also Kesic is the player who plays in defense for them. And they also got in some players, including Jackson. They got David Wolf and also John Iris. However, on this particular chart, you don't see any of their Gomez's. In the entirety of the EPL, the team that has got the most one name or one surname in their team, with a lot of players sharing the same surname, is Wolverhampton Wanderers. They've got a lot of Gomez's in there. But in the year 2025, surprisingly, they did not sign any Gomez. Now look at these players and look at where they are coming from. They were not players who were out and out done. They were not players who could actually change the fortunes of Wolves, because prior to this, the kind of players who have also left for these guys to come in, these guys were a complete fall-off from the players that were sold prior to these guys coming in. So number one, we've noticed that the transfers did not help. Now, why didn't the transfers not actually help? Number one, the quality of the players was not up there, and there was a very huge imbalance in the team. The team was not balanced. One of the most unbalanced squads in the EPL is Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now look at what has been achieved by them so far. In 33 games, they've only scored 24 goals. That even does not amount to 1 goal per game for them. That is it. And then you look at this, they are conceding as much as 2 goals per game, because with 61 goals conceded in 33 games, averaging about 2 goals per game. So you are scoring less than 1 per game and conceding about 2 per game. That means that it's going to be only L's that you'll be gathering throughout the season. And at the start of the season, or at the start of this year, it was looking like Wolverhampton Wanderers were going to gather the least amount of points before the end of the season. They actually began winning some, EPL games in 2026. When 2025-2026 season started, the first couple of months to end the year, they won absolutely none. They did not win a single game. They were just collecting bucket loads of goals. Now you look at even their defensive actions, your interceptions after 33 games for a team that's battling relegation, 278 is quite low. It's quite low. Even shot on target. Let's look at the attacking phase then. Shot on target inside the box, 102. They are not even able to build up to get into the box, let alone to shoot. You are shooting, your XG is around 29.12. Even with your XG is not even equating that you will be scoring 1 goal per game. That is how awful Wolves have been this season. They've had 4 penalties and have scored half of them. They've hit the woodwork 10 times. One may say that with this, what if it entered the pool? There are a lot of what ifs. One team that hits the woodwork more than any other is Chelsea. But they are a team we will not talk about today. Now we look at the fewest points in the Premier League season. Yes, so when it comes to going down in the Premier League, a couple of teams have gathered the least amount of points. At a certain point in time this season, we all thought that Wolverhampton Wanderers was gradually edging towards that particular, statistic and end up actually carrying that table and setting a new record. However, they have found a way to win some matches, including beating the likes of Aston Villa and Liverpool, and has given them a couple of points in the bag, drawn a couple of games, and has pushed them over the line, and they don't find themselves in this particular table. So the fewest points ever to actually end the Premier League season, we have Derby County, and yes, they were actually in this particular situation in the 07-08 season, where they gathered only 11 points after 38 games. Yes, so after 38 games played, they gathered 11 points, and at a certain point in time, Wolverhampton Wanderers, using the calculator, were heading for 9 points in the entirety of the season, but have found a way to turn that around. And also, you look at it, 2024-25, we saw Southampton and how bad they were in that season, gathering only 12 points. That was the season they were collecting bucket loads of goals. And Sheffield United, another memorable season as well. That was the season that they had a couple of loanees from Liverpool who actually kept on hitting the post. They finished that season with some 16 points. Now, Norwich also have enjoyed this particular, whole sequence, and have also ended with 22 points. I am not mentioning Portsmouth here. This was an iconic season for Portsmouth because this was it for Portsmouth. This was the height of it. And after this particular season, Portsmouth had fallen off the whole pitch. But they are not our concern today. But remember that this 19 points is as a result of them being docked 9 points. So without that docking of points, they would have not been on this list. Now you would ask, so since when the man Rob Edwards came into the team, how has his performance been? Unfortunately, the wins against Liverpool, the wins against Aston Villa may have given him the job as they have been relegated into the Championship. Why am I saying that? Because despite him taking over, that's Wolverhampton Wanderers, before the January transfer window, he has still accumulated, the second least amount of points. So actually the third least amount of points. So he's still in the relegation zone. Since he joined, in 22 games, he's been able to only gather about 15 points. So that places him 18th. But he's still got teams like, not just below Crystal Palace, I should say, and he's still got teams like Burnley below him. So he's actually putting in the work, and that seems to have bought him some time. But in general terms, since the 10th of March 2024, this is the total number of points that teams have gathered. Please, this particular one, this team here, Chelsea, we'll talk about them later. They are still falling in the top 4 from the 2024 season. But look at where Wolves lie. Since 2024, 10th of March till now, they have only gathered 64 points. 64 points, which is quite bad for a team that's trying to stay in the league. They've sort of struggled and tried to find solutions to their problems, but their numbers kept pointing in one direction, down into relegation. These are the numbers that took them there. 150 million spent in transfers. There is the issue of actually trying to sort out the angry fan base. What have they done in that regard? They have gotten an interim person in charge of operations. And now going forward, you would expect some things to be done at Wolverhampton Wanderers. Certainly, they are going to be losing players. They'll be getting the parachute payment from the EPL, which I gather from my calculation is going to be 45 million pounds, between 44 to 45 million pounds in the first season that they're going to be playing in the championship. And they need to use that money to galvanize themselves, refresh the squad, and get back into the league. They actually also need to get to talk or to their fan base to understand the way the club would go. But that's how Wolves got relegated, with issues both on and off the pitch.